racing. Lunar Seas flows right to the lead with the lime green bright blinkers. And as they pass us for the first time, Lunar Seas and Delor Betios Lopez stride clear by 3 and do so at 2-1. In second is Mighty Maddie, about 2.5, 3 lengths clear from Not a Word. As the leader picks up the tempo, Lunar Seas has run away by 5. After that, Not a Word now 8 out of it, and to the inside of Molly's Mia. Behind them, Mark of Victory, then it's Blues Cross, who's last giving way to Island Jive. Well strung out for the 7, covered by 15 as they head up the barn side. Lunar Seas fully committed to a wire-to-wire hope, and Lunar Seas still clear now by 3. In second, Mighty Maddie, Kelsey Haar sitting chill on the 1, waiting for the 5 to come back, and 10 lengths after that to Not a Word. Not a Word is to the inside of Island Jive, who's out of second last. Then it's Mark of Victory to the inside of Molly's Mia, and Blues Cross is 13-14 from the lead. They approach the top of the stretch. Lunar Seas has come back to the field, but is not being pushed on hard. Lunar Seas still leads it clearly. Mighty Maddie shoved on hard. Not a Word closing fast on the inside, now angles outside after that. Island Jive. Blues Cross just angled to the outside of Island Jive, and they're all still chasing Lunar Seas. Lunar Seas from Not a Word, Blues Cross late, and Lunar Seas goes to jumping around late in the stretch, but is just showing off after an impressive wire-to-wire win. Racing. Slow beginning for the 6, Heavenly Bear. Swift beginnings for Distorted Louvre and the favored filly, Red Volta. They hook up early, and Red Volta at 0 for 16 puts the white blinkers in front. Queen of Spirits hugs the rail to the inside, about 4 out of it, and to the inside of American Splendor, which is 4th and now 5 lengths behind Red Volta, who runs away by 2. Then we come back behind American Splendor. Palmilla's Bets on the move to the inside. Outside of that, a recovering Heavenly Bear, and in last is Essie's Edge. The rider would have to sweep the double from 12 out of it. Chasing Red Volta, and Red is in the black with a 1/4 mile to go. Red Volta cruising. Distorted Louvre in second. Queen of Spirits in third. Heavenly Bear, despite the awkward start, running on rather quickly to the outside. Red Volta 0 for 16, trying to make tonight the night. Inside Distorted Louvre, outside Heavenly Bear, 3 lengths in arrears with 75 to go. Red Volta, a lunging Heavenly Bear, too late. Tonight is the night for Red Volta. Early 30, and they're racing. Fair beginnings for all. Birdie Be Gone won the start, but factor that the fellow gray wants the lead and grabs it, and the hot favorite Birdie Be Gone clings to that one, and they are 2 lengths clear from Call 'em All. Then we come to Honorable Mischief to the inside of Baby Doll Peach, and Drop Cold is last of all into the far turn. Factor that gives up the inside to Call 'em All if she wants it, and Birdie Be Gone is right next to that too. So now the 1, 2, and 5 are separated by 1.5, and Birdie Be Gone is languishing a bit. Birdie Be Gone, the 1 to 5 favorite, just lost about 2 lengths and is 5 from the front, which belongs to Call 'em All at 13 to 1 on the unpredictable Canterbury lawn. Factor that re-engaging. So is Birdie Be Gone. Birdie Be Gone, the white one on the outside, inside, runs by the top two and wins. Birdie Be Gone has won 2 in a row. And they're racing. Field sent on this 7-furlong journey. Tough beginning for Palace Kitten, who had to pinch back to last. Mount Zeror finds the front first. Mount Zeror and the Q by nearly 2. After that, Super Wise, the veteran, was sneaking up but has been passed by Catholic Guilt. And as they link up with the course proper, the leader still is Mount Zeror. Then we come to Stop and Tray, about 3 lengths from the lead, and to the inside of Ultimate. The 6-5 favorite is wide, but definitely in touch with the field. To the outside of Super Wise, and between them a recovering Palace Kitten on the move. The one in last is Ship It Red, but only 7 lengths from front to back, and they're still chasing Mount Zeror. Mount Zeror from Catholic Guilt trying to exit the purgatory of second. Then we come to Stop and Tray. That one's on the move. Outside of that, Ultimate shoved on 4 wide, but in the thick of it, Super Wise is 5 lengths from the lead and right behind Catholic Guilt, and here they come. Stop and Tray with Constantino Roman trying to pass Mount Zeror. Mount Zeror the inside. Stop and Tray to the outside. These two are locked in battle as they duel down to the wire. Mount Zeror refuses to let that 5 climb to the top of the mountain and wins. Racing. Perfect start. Mach 2 won the start, but the lead has been ceded by a speedy Flying Martini, and Indy Freedom at 7-1 is good to go on the wide side. Indy Freedom from that outside spot gets down to the inside, had to go fast to get there, but leads by 2.5 Flying Martini. Another 2.5, maybe 3 back to Mach 2, about 6-7 from the front. After that, Mr. Insensitive to the inside of Mansoura. After that, we come back 3-4 lengths to Brit Blitz and Score McCoy. Old McCoy would have to score from about 18 out of it, chasing Indy Freedom. Indy Freedom loose on the lead by 2.5. After that, Flying Martini to the outside of Mach 2. Then it's Mr. Insensitive, 4 lengths from the front. And to the inside of Mansoura, Brit Blitz is 8 lengths from the lead and the same distance clear from Score McCoy. Off the far turn, they let Indy Freedom get loose, but now he has company in the shape of Flying Martini. But that lead still is 1. Indy Freedom let the favorite get next to him, but then he ran away by 1.5. Flying Martini working hard to keep up with that 8. Then we come to Mach 2. Outside of that, Brit Blitz coming with a run. Inside is Mr. Insensitive. And now they pack up with 175 to go. It is Indy Freedom. Here comes Flying Martini on the inside, Mr. Insensitive, and behind them, Mansoura. Meanwhile, Indy Freedom resurgent. Indy Freedom got that red shadow roll. Racing, Go Sparky, lack spark out of the gate. Meanwhile, Gifted Valor has gifted early speed. The filly, Golden Ratios up and at him to the inside. Gifted Valor between them. Outside of that, Key Man, good to go. And Key Man, the 6-5 favorite, is battling for the lead with a couple others. Outside of that, Go Sparky, last out of the gate, now fourth and 4 wide. Then we come back to Mr. Impersonal, 4 lengths from the lead, definitely in the thick of it, 2.5 lengths clear from Crosstown Highway. Way back in last is Wiles, round about the quarter pole, and we have 3 astern around the turn. Inside the filly, Golden Ratio. On the far outside is Key Man, and between them is Gifted Valor. Right behind them is Mr. Impersonal, full of run, nowhere to go. Meanwhile, here comes Go Sparky, 9 and 8 to the line together. Go Sparky, Mr. Impersonal. That's a tight one. Racing, everybody off fairly from the inside. Clear the Coast is looking to clear away and run away as they corner, and it's Clear the Coast from Little Trouble. Clear the Coast puts the pedal to the metal and opens up 3 on the other 7. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 7, 5, 6 as they head up the barn side, and they're covered by about 13 lengths because Clear the Coast has cleared away by 7. Big Producer lay second. Then we come to Aeromax making some headway to the inside. Outside of that, Lake of Fire looking to win 3 in a row, and between them is Big Producer. Big Producer now about 8 lengths from the lead and overtaken by Leviathan Axe. Then we come back to Without Equal, and running on from behind is Calzone. They are approaching the top of the stretch, still chasing that one. Clear the Coast and Harry Hernandez at 6-1. Clear the Coast leads it by a diminishing 1.5. In second, Leviathan Axe. Right behind the speed is Little Trouble, and said trio has gone far clear from Aeromax as they come charging down the Canterbury Park stretch, and the leading rider has stolen it on Clear the Coast. Harry Hernandez and Clear the Coast are going to take them gate to wire and do so effortlessly. Clear the Coast wins it by 7. Aeromax runs on for second, and Little Racing, all off squarely, and Frosted Peach looks to put a chill over the field at 13-1. Frosted Peach pops nicely, opens up a length and a half. Tap to Go is next. Then we come to Heavenly Destiny in third, to the inside of Hey Y'all. Then it's Private Speaker advancing to the inside of the firster, Chipada. Heavenly Captive is next, about 7 lengths from the front, far, far clear from Rever Up. And off the far turn they go. They're chasing Frosted Peach. Frosted Peach a little less than 1. Hey Y'all is making a 3-wide move, and it's bold. Hey Y'all at 4-5 is attempting to gallop to the lead. Inside of that, Tap to Go. Frosted Peach is withering. Outside of that, Heavenly Destiny, and then we come to Private Speaker. Hey Y'all takes a narrow lead from Tap to Go, who is resurgent to the inside. It is Tap to Go to the inside. Hey Y'all to the outside. Tap to Go is too good. Tap to Go to the winner's circle.
Good afternoon and welcome to racing from beautiful Canterbury Park here in Shakopee, Minnesota, where the main track is fast and the turf course is listed at firm. If you'll get your programs open, we'll go over the changes on tonight's 8-race card. Race 1 starts the early pick 4. There are no changes to report in the lid lifter. Race 1 is free and clear. Race 2 on that firm turf, take out number 2, Burn Boss. Race 2, remove the deuce. Race 3 has a bevy of activity to report. First of all, scratch the 2, Kaya's Choice, and the 5, Tequila Therapy. 2 and 5 are to be removed from the third. With those scratches, no show, no trifecta, and no superfecta wagering available in tonight's third race, which starts a middle pick 4. In race 4, please remove number 8, Brother Evan. Brother Evan scratched from race 4. Race 4 tonight will start your pick 5 pleasures. Pick 5 starts in race number 4. In race 5, a workout for the 4-horse Blame Bishop, 4 furlongs in 48.34 breezing. Additional workout for Blame Bishop, the 4-horse in race 5. Race 6, take out the main track only entrant, number 8, Lady Astrid. Lady Astrid is scratched. Number 8 is out of race 6. Race 7, we'll start Dr. Dan's late double. In race 7, take out the 3, Shaman Says. Race 7, remove that 3. And in the lucky last, to close out the pick 4 and pick 5 on the back end of the card, scratch the 1, Divine Gift, the 4, Analine, and the 5, Soundtrack. 1, 4, and 5 are all scratched in tonight's 8th race. Up next, everything important going on at Canterbury Park. We call it Today at the Races. It's with Jeff Bidet and Angela Herman. It's coming your way next.
Well, good evening and welcome to a Thursday night of racing at Canterbury Park. I'm Jeff Madej. I'm joined by Angela Herman. We have 2 days of racing remaining, so we're going to enjoy the heck out of it. It's been a good summer.
Yeah, that's true.
And we've got $2 night tonight, so you got in the door for $2, and there's some $2 specials. There's 2-for-1 hot dogs. There's a DJ, and there's some pretty competitive racing.
Yes, there is. I mean, we've tried to jam as much as we can into this last week of racing, and the final Thursday is a big part of it. You know, we got $2 to get in the door. You've probably already observed that part, but make sure that you get a $2 tap beer, get some 2-for-1 hot dogs, get a $2 Pepsi, save the money on that, and make a little bit of money with the wagering that we have going on tonight. I think it's going to be a good last couple of days, and just getting in the door and getting the basics for a little bit cheaper is a big boost.
Absolutely. So we're going to have a nice crowd on hand, including a group from the University of Minnesota Crookston. I was fortunate enough to take them on a little tour. The equine students from the equine program there.
Beautiful.
Visited with Troy Bethke back at his barn, and I'm glad he was there because he knows what's going on. I just kind of make it up as I go when I'm back there. But they're going to enjoy a night at the races here. So, and the coffee here, Angela made this coffee, and it's fantastic.
I will make a fantastic housewife yet, won't I, someday?
Someday. Just keep
someday that coffee could be yours.
Now, we've had it, like I said, I think we've had a pretty good summer here. There's been a lot of really cool things that have gone on. Ange and I are going to share a couple of memories or maybe milestones, things like that. But I wrote a couple of things down, Ange.
All right.
Now, one, it's been a pleasure working with the STEAM team, including you. And our assistant, Mackie. She's done a great job here. She's kind of led us through a lot of stuff. She's produced a lot of the videos that you've seen on our social media and here during what we call the preview show. Larry Donald's 1,000th win. I thought that was memorable. We've known Larry for a long, long time. I've probably known him longer than you've been alive.
I would guess so, but he's been a big part of the sport throughout the Midwest, Nebraska here and everywhere in between. We talked about all the tracks that he's gone to. Big thing for him to get that 1,000th win with people that love him here, and it was really a fun night to be a part of.
The resurgence of Frosty View. You know, he was the champion 2-year-old. He was he was a disappointment as a 3-year-old, and he comes back this year and just runs his eyeballs out. That's been fun to watch, to see a very competitive Minnesota bred. Another Minnesota bred trainer, former jockey Nick Goodwin.
Yeah. What a summer.
Transition and made a successful transition, and that's pretty cool to see too. And it's really not a surprise when you consider his background and the horses he's been around throughout his career.
That's a team operation too. I mean, they're involved in every aspect of those horses' care. Betty Jo rides them. They, get involved with those horses very early on, and they got a great group of owners too that are really getting some good horses into the barn, and they're traveling all over the place and winning. I mean, it's great to see how quickly that has gone up, and I just hope that it keeps ascending for that group because they're good people and they work hard.
Absolutely. We saw some new faces here. Isaiah Ortiz, a trainer. Michaela Ivy Wright got her first career win here. So it's been fun to see those things happen too. And, of course, we should talk about Mac Robertson a little bit. Mac was here for the first half of the meet, had a life-threatening health incident, and but he's on the mend. But we got to see a lot of his horses run here, and we still do. Horses like Cupid's Crush, horses that are true champions at Canterbury.
Well, and our concern is because we do a group around here want to know that each other is doing well, even though we compete against each other, whether we're wagering against each other or whether, a trainer is going against one of his friends. Still care and want the best for Mac, and we hope to see him sooner than later back here at Canterbury. I know that he's going through a long recovery process, but we do wish him the best, and we miss you, Mac. And I mean, Nate's done a great job while he's been out of town, but still, it's not quite the same, and we wish him the best.
Absolutely. Now, one of my favorite memories involves an old timer, and let's just take a look right here.
And they're racing. Dickie Bob came off sweetly. So did Relentless Legacy, the stablemate. Inside of that, we have Rompe Coronones. It is Dickie Bob, the classy veteran, makes his swan song.
That's right. The 10-year-old Dickie Bob. He's run 70 times. He's won 32 races. 15 of those wins have come here at Canterbury. I'm glad Jason Olmstead, the trainer, brought him back because he's been running in Iowa where they run more races and more shorter races, places where he could find where an open company horse like him with multiple races good run. But they rode a race for him. He came back and he delivered.
Yeah, absolutely. And he made it a thrilling finish, as Dickie Bob is prone to do. It's nice to be able to bid farewell to him. You know, not every 10-year-old is going to enjoy the success that Dickie Bob did. Not a lot of them are going to be Minnesota bred. So to get to celebrate him and to get him in the winner's circle one more time in 2025, I would agree, is one of the highlights of the summer.
Now, how about you? What are your memories, or what can you share with our fans here today?
Well, you definitely covered a lot of the notes that came to my head, but one that I was personally down there for, and I got to celebrate with her, a lady that I've got to know in the Jocks room, Erica Murray. All of us have got to know her a little bit better. Getting to celebrate with her this summer when she won the Minnesota Oaks was a really fun occasion. Words don't do it justice. Let's watch.
And Carson Bay, Erica Murray's first ever stakes win is a win in the Minnesota Oaks.
I just couldn't be happier right now.
We made you talk Minnesotan before. Maybe the Teddy Bridgewater jersey is lucky, but if you could try to put this into words, not Minnesotan words, the feeling right now, what would they be?
Like unreal. It's really unreal. I've been riding 10 years and this is my first stakes win, so it's really special.
That was a great ride, Erica. And since we made you talk Minnesotan earlier, do you have like a Cajun victory cry? What did you shout out when you crossed the wire?
I'd like to Who Dat, baby, but I'd like to apologize to the Who Dat Nation. I did not mean it. I want to apologize to my mama and them, Juvenile, all of them. Please, I didn't mean it. I take it back. So.
Oh, for cute. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Erica. A round of applause for Erica Murray and Carson Bay, winners of the Minnesota Oaks. And there you have it. Well done. A little victory bath from Kelsey Haar, and the girl power is strong in the Minnesota Oaks.
That's good stuff. That was a lot of fun, and congratulations there, because she's been riding for a while, and that was her first stakes win. Wasn't here last year, but was the year before, so it was great to have her back, and just a part of a super quality jockey colony that we can see listed here on the screen right now.
Yep, their leader, Harry Hernandez, still up there by a good margin, but I alluded to this yesterday. I think that Alonso Quinones is going to close that gap a little bit. And you can see girl power down there, Kelsey Haar. I think she might get a couple of wins tonight, too.
And then with the trainers, Jose Silva Jr., he still leads the way.
He does lead the way, and we have been talking about this race being so much closer throughout. It's still at 6, but that's not the closest that it's been through the season. And I mean, Mac Robertson and Tim Padilla have been keeping each other company. Joel Burntt's been in that mix as well. Everything back here, and really the whole race hasn't been separated usually by more than 5 or 6. It's gotten a little bit further apart now, but Jose Silva has a lot of runners, and they've been in very good spots right from the start.
Absolutely. Saturday is our final day of the meet, September 20th, 4 p.m. first post, half price admission. There's an entry gate giveaway. Sugar Buzz, Mouse's favorite band, is playing, jockey meet and greet, all sorts of things. And that's Saturday, and it's 4 o'clock, and it's the 9-race card.
Right, and if you don't know who these guys are, Kelsey Haar, Jermaine Bridgman, you will. At the end of Fan Appreciation Day, you can meet almost all of them, I think. Come on out and be a part of the last day. There's going to be a lot of fun involved with it. But if you want some free info for it, if you want some free info for any day, Brisnet.com is the place to find it.
That's absolutely. Just go and get past performances for free like they've been all season. We also have the final $40 feeder on Express Bet for handicappers looking to maybe turn 40 into a $500 bankroll. Check your phone, check your ADW, play the feeder tonight. See if you can move on to Saturday. Will you play for a chance to go to Las Vegas for the NHC? Owners, trainers, ring the bell. Win a race, ring the bell. Turn $100 into $500. We've had a lot of participation. The money goes to a good cause. It goes to the Backside Foundation, which provides services for our backsiders. So it's something you should take advantage of because we've got people willing to add $400 for every $100 that you put in. Race 7 tonight, the Alex Conchari Memorial.
Yeah, it feels like it was just yesterday, doesn't it? I still have the same feelings when we talk about Alex Conchari. It's hard not to be bittersweet. Remember all the great memories with him, but kind of like this time of year, it's just hard not to take it with a bit of a somber beat, too. It's very important, though, to remember and honor his memory and how much he meant to Canterbury and all of the people that are going to be here tonight. And I think it's a very fitting tribute, at least to have a moment to donate to Alex's life and to really remember everything from the start of his life up here, the start of his employment here, up until the success that he had, and just really honor him properly. we're going to do that later on tonight. I'm sorry, it's a little hard. Gets you choked up thinking about him.
Yeah, the Shakopee kids. So come on down for race 7 and join everybody in the winner's circle as we watch that race. And let's see if we can do some gambling tonight too, Angela, along the way. Maybe give the people a winner.
I must have sent the wrong numbers with this one. So it was originally meant to be a double with 2 and 6 with the 2 fillies that were in against the boys. Kaya's Choice was the 2, but she scratched out of race number 3, and the Miracle Minded, the filly in race number 4, is still in, and I think that she's got a big shot. A lot of us do, but she is going to be a part of the opening leg of the Pick 5 that starts in race number 4 today. 10% takeout. You can't find it any lower.
It's the world's most generous Pick 5. Only 10% is taken out of the wager, so you're going to want to get started putting that together. Kevin's going to help you along the way. So is Ange. So is Paul. But there are the horses in the paddock right now getting ready for race 1. That means we need to go down to the paddock and to Kevin Gorg. He's taking a look at these horses. He's going to put you on a winner to start the night. Thanks for being here. Have the time of your lives.
Thanks, guys. Here we are, ready for race number 1 on this beautiful Thursday night of racing, and the penultimate in the 2025 calendar here at Canterbury. Our closing day is this Saturday. It's Fan Appreciation Day on Saturday, 4 o'clock post. I've handicapped the card Saturday. It is truly a spectacular wagering opportunity. I think tonight you got to pick your spots. I think early on it could be a little chalky tonight. I think the middle part of the card, there are a couple really nice big fields on the turf, so you could see some potential upsets in that Pick 5. But let's handicap the lid lifter, starting with Midnight Joy, the number 1 horse. Harry Hernandez put on another riding clinic last night. Multiple winners on a card. It's almost getting to be a daily occurrence here during the racing season. He's so good. And off that, you got to consider Midnight Joy a contender with Harry. Likely has enough speed to stay close, turf to dirt on the cutback for trainer Patrick Fields, who's quietly gone about his business in a very solid way this summer. 24% wins for that barn, and really consistently good. 2 is Empress Lorraine. Erica Murray gets the call here. The blinkers come off. This is a horse that probably needs to jump up and run a big race, should be rolling late. Pro Button's the 3. She's always had a touch of speed. She's 1 for 13 as far as wins go, but she's 7 for 13 in the trifecta. I think she can get a slice. Holy Image is the 4. I think this horse fits very well at the spot. 10-1 seems extremely generous. Last time out against Pepper and Mint was right there and kind of chasing Wildcat Mini. So if you like the 5, I think by virtue of that last race, you have to consider the 4 a contender. I've got the horse second in my analysis at that 11-1 price. Wildcat Mini's the horse to beat. I think 2-5 is ridiculously low right now. I don't see a lot of value in that 2-5. I'll use the horse on my Pick 4, and you can see Jeff Madea, the only handicapper that doesn't have the 5 in the first. She's the easy way out. I think the 4 is a contender. I think the 6 also can contend. Eddie G in the saddle, 13-1. The horse photoed last time against IC Gold, who looks double tough tonight. It was on a big class drop. So I think the outside 3, 4, 5, and 6 all have a chance. 5's the most likely winner, but as I mentioned, 2-5 is hard to swallow on the win end. I'm going to use all 3 in my Pick 4 and hope for an upset here in race number 1. Perfect night for racing, fast on the main track, firm on the turf. 8 races, and don't forget that Pick 5 starts in race 4 a couple weeks ago. One lucky player took home nearly $20,000. That 10% takeout matters. Up next, Sir Leonard Dykert on the call to the post. Enjoy your night at Canterbury Park. The call to the post brings them onto the track for race number 1. Win Play Show, Exacta Trifecta, Superfecta Daily Double Pick 3, and a 50-cent Pick 4. Pick 4 and race number 1 at the gate, ready to rock and roll inside 7 minutes.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. It is now race time for Thursday at Canterbury Park, our penultimate day for the 2025 season. 17 live races to go, and the first begins a pick 4 with a heavy favorite, Wildcat Mini. Welcome. Two back. Pearl Button. BL40. 3-1 in the win wagering. Last in line. Welcome to racing at Canterbury Park. They're racing. Swift beginnings for all 6. Wildcat Mini, the favorite, jumps on the field in the early stages. Midnight Joy in second. After that is Pearl Button, 3 lengths behind Mini, and about the same margin clear from Empress Lorraine. The long shot, 7 lengths from the lead to the inside of Holy Image. And outside of them, BL40, all 6 covered by 5, and they have 3.5 to go. Chasing the 5, Wildcat Mini, with Pearl Button attempting to launch a bid. Likewise for BL40, taking the circuitous route about 1.5 lengths behind Wildcat Mini. And as they approach the top of the stretch, Wildcat Mini at even money, still tugging along the other 5. Wildcat Mini gradually expanding the margin again. Wildcat Mini nearly 2. Holy Image between them outside of that BL40. Then we come back to Pearl Button. The other 2 are of no significance as of now. Into the final 150, and Wildcat Mini continues to toy with them, and Wildcat Mini is gone. Put a Q around race 1. Number 5, Wildcat Mini in a romp. A photo for the rest. The numbers 5, 4, 6, 3. The first is official. On to the second. It's about 22 minutes from now. Turf course is firm, and the rail's all the way in. Scratch number 2, Burn Boss. Race 2, scratch number 2, Burn Boss. Race 2 is provided by Apple Autos, the official vehicle provider to Canterbury Park and Comcast Xfinity. Race time around 4:40. Winner's circle time right now for Wildcat Mini and Alonzo Quinones. The winning owner is Pete Matson and the winning trainer Tim Padilla. Wildcat Mini is a 3-year-old bay filly by Wildcat Red out of Mini O Prado, bred in Minnesota by the winning owner Pete Matson. Welcome to our featured groups this evening. CPCU Society, this afternoon that is, welcome. Morgan Planning Group, LI Group, Johnson Brothers Wine and Spirits Division, Ultimate Medical Summer Party, American Senior Benefits, the Minnesota section of the American Society of Non-Destructive Testing, and Scott County CDA Broker. And the bell ringer in the winner's circle, Mr. Matson, at least $100 to the Canterbury Park Chaplaincy and Backside Foundation. Anonymous donor adds $400. And we thank all of you very much for helping those who work on the backside.
Throughout the season, the Minnesota Horsemen's Benevolent and Protective Agency has recognized individuals that exemplify the Minnesota racing industry. And tonight, the HBPA president, Justin Rivak, would like to honor their executive administrator, Wendy Hobson. The vice president, Claudia Goebel, describes her as the glue that holds the HBPA office together, and Justin has found that no matter what kind of help somebody needs in the office, Wendy will find a way to help them. He's never heard her turn anyone away. And if she can't, she'll find someone who can. She's very experienced and knowledgeable within the horse racing industry, always approachable, reliable, helpful, and kind. She's being recognized for her consistent work ethic and professionalism, and for all that you do for the Minnesota HBPA. Congratulations to Wendy Hobson. And thank you to sponsors Bravi's Craft Mexican Kitchen, located in Canterbury Commons, and Laurel Boots in Bloomington.
Racing. Swift beginnings for all 6. Wildcat Mini, the favorite, jumps on the field in the early stages. Midnight Joy in second. After that is Pearl Button, 3 lengths behind Mini, and about the same margin clear from Empress Lorraine. The long shot 7 lengths from the lead to the inside of Holy Image, and outside of them BL40. All 6 covered by 5, and they have 3.5 to go. Chasing the 5, Wildcat Mini, with Pearl Button attempting to launch a bid. Likewise for BL40, taking the circuitous route about 1.5 lengths behind Wildcat Mini. And as they approach the top of the stretch, Wildcat Mini at even money, still tugging along the other 5. Wildcat Mini gradually expanding the margin again. Wildcat Mini nearly 2. Holy Image between them outside of that BL40. Then we come back to Pearl Button. The other 2 are of no significance as of now. Into the final 150, and Wildcat Mini continues to toy with them, and Wildcat Mini is gone. Put a Q around race 1.
Well, the first race was all about Wildcat Mini. The hot favorite gets to the front, never looks back with the Q in the saddle. Very nice Minnesota bred, picks up another check. Now 2 for 13 and 9 for 13 in the top 3 placings. A scratch of number 2, Burn Boss, here in race number 2, and a heavy favorite early. And listen, when you look at turf racing at Canterbury, there's a couple ways to handicap it. All season long, it's been full of upsets. The average mutual price of our turf winners for the entire season, going back to when we opened in late May, is 7-1. In fact, last night in one of our turf races, we saw another 7-1 winner. So Latin Force, the one horse here, has the best buyer speed figures and looks like the best horse on turf, no doubt about it. But I'll tell you right now, this horse is 1 for 30 lifetime, and our turf racing has produced upset after upset. Am I using the horse? Of course. I respect the heck out of Latin Force. You've got a great trainer in Van Winkle. You've got a really good jockey who's looking to sweep the double. And Latin Force has the best figures, so it's easy to find that horse on paper. But as far as gambling goes, odds matter. And in horse racing, those odds keep changing up to post time. But I think I've got a horse here in this race that's going to be a much better price than Latin Force. So I'm going to use the horse in my exactas and trifectas, but in terms of win bets, I'm going in another direction. Number 3 is Star Mission. This is a Wolf production. It's a father-son tandem. The horse is only 1 for 26, but last time out at 16-1, finished 3rd, so was very productive in terms of the trifecta, and that was right here on the Canterbury turf against similar company. The 4 makes a nice impression in the paddock. This is Bruce Reekin and his charge, Ramblin' Gamblin' Man. Jermaine Bridgemahan, widely considered one of the better turf jockeys in the Midwest. And this horse has decent stalking speed, so probably sits a couple lengths off those leaders and tries to pounce when they turn for home. Number 5 is Tarp Storm, Eddie G for Edgar Espinoza. We don't know much about turf racing because he's never been on the turf. He's only raced on the dirt. His turf bloodlines are just meh, but the horse is in good enough form, and right now 13-1. The horse on the screen is my top pick in the race. I'm going to go for a little price here. I'm going to try number 6, Baj. Baj had a long layoff after racing out west at Santa Anita. Came to Canterbury, ran a really good 3rd, then last time out had a troubled trip, stumbled out of the starting gate, and never recovered. Now, Baj doesn't have the figures of the 1 Latin Force, but what I do get here is I get a price, and I get a trainer that I think is sitting on a couple of wins here closing week. Ruben Fuentes has trained well all season, but only has 2 wins from 36 starts. There are 4 seconds and 7 thirds in there. We're going to turn that trend around here with Baj. I think Baj can press the pace and get the money. Number 7, don't sleep on Mo Dingers, the Samson charge, Mikey Beeler, Kelsey Haar, and this might be the speed of the speed. Last night we ran 3 turf races. 2 winners were wire to wire. The other was Birdie Be Gone, who was chasing the speed and won from just off it at 1-9. So early speed on our turf has been quite good, and Mo Dingers could be quite loose. You can see this race. It's very split with the handicappers. Only one handicapper on the 3 to 5 favorites, so get yours. It's time to make some money. Race 2 at the gate in around 8. And then they're going to get it on.
Canterbury Park bugler, Lynn Dykert. Scratch number 2, firm turf course, 5 minutes.
It's a beautiful night for racing, but it's also a nice night to give away some prizes, and that's what we're doing down here in the prize box shuffle. Now, we got a few prizes hidden underneath these boxes, and I have a lovely contestant here that's going to try to pick out the best one of them all. Now, don't worry, if you don't like the first one, we might give you a chance to swap it out, but first, let's get to know you. Who are you? Where are you from? What's your name?
My name's Sophia, and I'm from Oak Grove, Minnesota, so up by like East Bethel, St. Francis area.
All right, well, and you've been scoping out the boxes, so now that we've got the rundown, is there any certain one that you think has the best prize of them all? We do have a few different options, but what do you think?
I think I was going to go for box number 1.
Okay, the closest one to you right here. Let's see what you've got. Okay, so your prize under box number 1 is $25 worth of lottery tickets. Do you want to take your chances to try to win on those, or would you like to maybe take a look under one of the other 2 boxes and take that prize instead?
Maybe I'll go for box 3.
Okay, now let's see what you did not take under box number 2. We will see what's under that one first. You skipped the 2 hot dogs. Okay, well done. That's good. That's kind of the version of the zonk. Let's see what you get in box number 3. Come on down. Let's take a look. You get to see Paul Allen call a race call in the press box. That is a cool experience. Now, I'll tell you, I'm up there a lot. The intensity of it, you'll get to go right into the press box. You'll get to see it up close and personal. See right up there? That is where you are going to watch a race. Congratulations.
Ooh, thank you so much. I'm excited.
Do you have a pick for race number 2?
Maybe horse number 4. I don't know the names.
Rambling, gambling man. That might be a good sign out here at the track. Enjoy that race call. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, you got very little time left if you want to bet the second.
And the runners have arrived at the starting gate, and it is race time for the second. First on the turf tonight. Make that today. Latin Force, 6-5, and your win wagering favorite as they move in. Star Mission. Baj. Ramblin' Gamblin' Man. Mo Dingers. Turf time. They're racing. Mo Dingers flies out of the gate to the outside. Tarp Storm between them. Pop Coily. And so did Latin Force on the inside, who's to the inside of Star Mission. And as they gallop by us for the first time, Mo Dingers at 13-1 is out on a lonely lead. Mo Dingers by 2. Mo Dingers leads it from Tarp Storm, who's to the outside of Star Mission, 4 lengths behind the speed. After that, Latin Force, now 7 out of it, and to the inside of Baj. One and last is Ramblin' Gamblin' Man, 12 lengths from front to back in the corner, and they're chasing Mo Dingers, trying to hit another home run. Mo Dingers heads up the barn side with a 5-length lead. Star Mission is next, a narrow second to Tarp Storm. Latin Force could be aiming to split those two on the move, 7 out of it, and to the inside of Bosch. Then it's Ramblin' Gamblin' Man, now just 9 lengths from front to back, but Mo Dingers has extended the margin to 5, maybe 6, but now Mo Dingers is slowing down a bit into the turn. Mo Dingers' lead is 4, Latin Force on the move. After that, Star Mission to the inside. Ramblin' Gamblin' Man is out of last and means business. Then we come to Tarp Storm and Baj. They head for home. Ramblin' Gamblin' Man from last, right alongside Latin Force. That's it for Mo Dingers, who has struck out. Then on the inside, Star Mission. After that, we have Baj into the final 125, and up goes a Latin Force from Ramblin' Gamblin' Man. And Latin Force says, adios. Number 1, Latin Force ran first. 1:4.63. The final time, 1:41.32. And we had a claim in race number 2. We had a claim standby. The 4th place finisher, Star Mission, number 3, was claimed for $7,500. The new trainer, Isaiah Ortiz, and the new owner, Jeff Jacobs. Number 3, Star Mission, claimed, Ortiz Jacobs. And the second race is official. Race number 3 brings us back to a fast main track. Scratch numbers 2 and 5 in race 3, which means no trifecta, superfecta, or show wagering in race 3. Fan Appreciation Day is Saturday. It's our final day of live racing. We start at 4 o'clock with live music, $5 large tap beers, and much more. Now, the first 3,000 guests who arrive at Canterbury Saturday for fan appreciation and closing day receive a mystery scratch-off prize. Tickets at canterburypark.com. Buy in advance and save. Here comes Latin Force into the winner's enclosure. That's 2 for Q. Latin Force is owned by Ruth Casanova and the winning trainer, DVW, David Van Winkle. Latin Force is a 4-year-old brown colt by Force the Pass out of Waveland, bred in Minnesota by JK Farm. Our third and that quartet, 20 minutes from now. Racing. Mo Dingers flies out of the gate to the outside. Tarp Storm between them. Pop Coily. And so did Latin Force on the inside, who's to the inside of Star Mission. And as they gallop by us for the first time, Mo Dingers at 13-1 is out on a lonely lead. Mo Dingers by 2. Mo Dingers leads it from Tarp Storm, who's to the outside of Star Mission, 4 lengths behind the speed. After that, Latin Force, now 7 out of it, and to the inside of Baj. The one in last is Ramblin' Gamblin' Man, 12 lengths from front to back in the corner, and they're chasing Mo Dingers, trying to hit another home run. Mo Dingers heads up the barn side with a 5-length lead. Star Mission is next, a narrow second to Tarp Storm. Latin Force could be aiming to split those two on the move, 7 out of it, and to the inside of Baj. Then it's Ramblin' Gamblin' Man, now just 9 lengths from front to back, but Mo Dingers has extended the margin to 5, maybe 6, but now Mo Dingers is slowing down a bit into the turn. Mo Dingers' lead is 4, Latin Force on the move. After that, Star Mission to the inside. Ramblin' Gamblin' Man is out of last and means business. Then we come to Tarp Storm and Baj. They head for home. Ramblin' Gamblin' Man from last, right alongside Latin Force. That's it for Mo Dingers, who has struck out. Then on the inside, Star Mission. After that, we have Baj into the final 125, and up goes a Latin Force from Ramblin' Gamblin' Man, and Latin Force says adios. Ladies and gentlemen, here at Canterbury are those taking in the races from abroad. As you can see, prominently displayed on TV monitors, we are in a lightning delay. There is a significant amount of rain and lightning all around Shakopee right now, but there's lightning in the vicinity of this racetrack, and with the safety of the people and the animals first and foremost, we are in a lightning delay. Stand by. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. As you can see on TV monitors, the horses for the 4th race are heading to the saddling area and subsequently the paddock. And we are going to run race number 4 beginning about 25 minutes from now. Now we are off the turf for a remainder of the Canterbury Park penultimate. Race 4 begins the 50-cent pick 5, and we do scratch number 6, Miracle Minded. Race 4, scratch number 6, Miracle Minded. So they should be to the gate somewhere within 30 minutes. Thank you for your patience.
All right, folks, thank you for your patience during the delay. We are getting back to racing here at Canterbury Park. And clearly with the rain we had come through Shakopee, we are going to be off the turf. And there you see my new selections for this fourth race, 1 mile on the main track that is listed at Sloppy. Here's number 1, The Man, The Myth. I've got him in third. Chip Woolley is a Kentucky Derby winning trainer. He is the conditioner here. Got a win on last night's card. Horse is 0 for 17, but really has been knocking at the door lately. Second to Shankopotamus last time out on the turf at a juicy 11-1 price. And his dirt form isn't too shabby. A lot of these horses were pointed to the turf, and the Man, the Myth does have some good bloodlines for the dirt and has some past performances that make him competitive. Number 2 is A1B1. This is a horse that likely will try to get loose on the front end. Anytime the tracks are wet, it's very kind to speed. We'll see if the 2-horse and Carlo Lopez can sneak away. There's number 3, West Dakota. I think a horse that's in very good form, that has the type of running style that fits the muddy track, likely going to sit just behind the speed and try to pounce. So West Dakota certainly one of the prime contenders here on paper. Mo Mesa is the 4, currently at 7-1. Not a lot of early speed, so the kickback and the mud on a deep closer like this is my biggest concern. But if the horses get tired up front, this is a horse that should be running on in the late stages. Number 5 is More Money Mo. I've got this horse second in my analysis, 0 for 21 in his racing career. But the muddy effort he had at Canterbury in late July with that 55 Beyer speed figure, probably good enough to win this race. So at 7-2, I think he is absolutely one of the major players in this event. The filly was Miracle Minded. She was the 6. She scratched. I'm going to fall into the 7 here. And it's in lukewarm fashion. We have 3 career starts. We only have 1 start at a route distance. But I was encouraged last time by that second place finish behind Tarp Storm. Faced softer competition, went off at 17-1, and sat just off the pace. And I like this horse's effort in the stretch where he just kept on grinding away. The type of effort that I think has him set up for success here with those Vikings colors in the jockey silks. That's kind of fun as well. We scratch the 8 and move on to the 9. That's Blushing Bee. Blushing Bee, last time out in the turf, didn't think much of anything as far as form. Early showed a touch of speed and then just kind of faded late behind the Man, the Myth. Probably better on the dirt. If you go back to a couple of starts here last year, has flashed some early speed and will likely be one of the prominent horses in the early stages. We're back to racing at Canterbury, and obviously with the pick 5 starting here off the turf, so keep an eye as those scratches come in. Right now, though, we're about 9 minutes away from our 4th race. Good luck. Here comes Sir Leonard Dykert and the call to the post.
Sir Leonard Dykert, ladies and gentlemen, a bugler for all weather conditions. Off-turf, main track sloppy, pick 5 wagering 5 minutes from now. Scratch 6, Miracle Minded. Miracle Minded, a recent scratch. And also scratch number 8, Brother Evan. Approaching the gate for the Canterbury pick 5. And they're at the starting gate. It is now race time. Into the gate for the 4th. Sloppy after the late summer squall. That's too much, Bob. 2-1 in favor, moving in. The gatekeeper has re-emerged. Blushing Bee. Last in. Q off Mo Mesa. Q back on Mo Mesa. Now Mo Mesa has flung Alonso Quinones. All right, might be ready. They're racing. Put a Q around the start of race 4. Well done. And the man, the myth, is the man and the myth with speed. The man, the myth, racing well off the inside in path 3. Steams around the first corner, leading it by a half. In second is a 1B1, also racing well off the inside. And that duo corners with about a 6-7 length lead on More Money Mo. After that, West Dakota takes up the running 8 lengths from the lead. Then it's Mo Mesa. That rider's trying to win the first 3 today. Mo Mesa, 13 out of it, and 1.5 clear from Blushing Bee. That's too much, Bob. Now 6-1 and far out of it. More Money Mo favored at 9-5. The man, the myth, second choice right now at 2-1. The man, the myth, in hand and in command into the far turn on the sloppy going. A 1B1 now watches the man, the myth, run away by 2. More Money Mo senses that warning call and catches an aqueduct to the inside, but still is 4 lengths behind the speed. That's it for A1B1 doing the moonwalk. West Dakota about to pass that one. Then we come back to Mo Mesa, far out of it with Blushing Bee. They're chasing the man, the myth, and More Money Mo will take the inside trying to run down this speedster. It's the man, the myth, drifting ever wide. Then we come back to More Money Mo, still about 4 lengths behind the man, the myth, and the man, the myth is the winner. Number 1, the man, the myth, ran first in 142.19. It's 1549, 1549. It's unofficial. And race number 4 is official. Into the winner's enclosure, the man, the myth, and Daylor Barrios Lopez. The man, the myth, is owned by Windenwood Farm. And the winning trainer, Benny Woolley Jr. The winner is a 4-year-old dark bay son of Midnight Loot out of Sharp Current, bred in Minnesota by the late Bob Lothenbach. On to race 5. It's only 20 minutes from now. Off the turf, distance okay. Race number 5 with pick 4 wagering on the final 4 live races this suddenly sloppy Thursday. Be to the gate about 6:55. They're racing. Put a Q around the start of race 4. Well done. And the man, the myth, is the man and the myth with speed. The man, the myth, racing well off the inside in path 3. Steams around the first corner, leading it by a half. In second is a 1B1, also racing well off the inside. And that duo corners with about a 6-7 length lead on More Money Mo. After that, West Dakota takes up the running 8 lengths from the lead. Then it's Mo Mesa. That rider's trying to win the first 3 today. Mo Mesa, 13 out of it, and 1.5 clear from Blushing Bee. That's Too Much Bob. Now 6-1 and far out of it. More Money Mo, favored at 9-5. The man, the myth, second choice right now at 2-1. The man, the myth, in hand and in command into the far turn on the sloppy going. A 1B1 now watches the man, the myth, run away by 2. More Money Mo senses that warning call and catches an aqueduct to the inside, but still is 4 lengths behind the speed. That's it for a 1B1 doing the moonwalk. West Dakota about to pass that one. Then we come back to Mo Mesa, far, far out of it with Blushing Bee. They're chasing the man, the myth, and More Money Mo will take the inside trying to run down this speedster. It's the man, the myth, drifting ever wide. Then we come back to More Money Mo, still about 4 lengths behind the man, the myth, and the man, the myth is the winner.
Well, the rain has subsided. The fans have stuck around. And again, why wouldn't you stick around? It's still early with that 4 o'clock start. Even with the weather delay, the night's in diapers here, kids. So let's have some fun. We've still got 4 races to garner our way through the night and try to find some financial freedom with this late pick 4. And I think speed's going to be good. You could see that last race, and we've seen this for years at Canterbury. When the rain comes in, front markers tend to have an advantage with all that mud and that kickback. So keep that in mind as we handicap what was going to be a turf race and is now a dirt race. Number 1 is It's a Boy. Jermaine Bridgman gets the call. 1 start on a wet track, 1 win. So that's something that's significant in the daily racing form past performances. Horse has a touch of stalking speed, but probably not enough speed to make the lead, 6-1. Number 2 is My Calante. Erica Murray gets the call for Joe Roberts. 3 starts in this horse's career on a wet track, never worse than 3rd. 1 win, 2 third-place finishes, stalking speed, jockey that brings in prices. You've been warned at 6-1. I'm on the 3. I'm on Loring Park with Eddie G. Troy Bethke is my main man training. And what I love about this horse is in good form with early speed. And horses that run near the front on the turf, I think will show the same type of speed on a muddy track. And if Eddie G can get loose, I think Loring Park's setting out a big effort. Last time out, went way, way too fast early, got involved in a pace battle. I don't see a pace battle tonight. I see the 3 loose. I see those pretty Offerman Silks, spotless kept to boot. I'm going Loring Park all the way here in race 5. Number 4 is Blaine Bishop. This horse has 3 of his 7 career wins on a wet track. The recent form is muddied up, no pun intended. Last seen in July up in Fargo, North Dakota. The old Fargo shipper trick. Okay. Number 5 is Crafty King, Constantino Roman for David Van Winkle. Turf form has been decent, a 3rd and a 2nd this year at some big prices. Should be rolling in the late stages. 6 is Glendale, another deep closer. This is your morning line favorite, set by a professional here at the park. 7-2 on Glendale. Last time out, 2nd at 18-1. So enters in very good form. 7 is Daringo, Carlo Lopez for Joe Roberts, 3rd off the bench, a touch of speed. And 8 is Pacific Theater with our top jockey, Mr. Harry Hernandez. This guy wins and wins for size on every card at Canterbury. I would expect the 8 to show some speed. Last time out, it was a yielding turf, but if you go back a couple of races in daily racing form, this horse has been on the lead. Rocket wrench involved. I'm guessing Double H is on the engine here tonight from that outside post as the sun makes an appearance here in Shakopee. A welcome sight after the monsoon we just went through. It's the late pick 4. Really a great chance to take your swing at the final 4 races. And do remember that Saturday is our closing day at the track. It's a spectacular card, 9 races. It starts at 4 o'clock. You're going to want to be here Saturday afternoon. Do not miss it. Your last chance for live racing in the 2025. Right now, the combatants are heading down the tunnel. Soon they'll be on the track, and they'll hear the sweet sounds of Sir Leonard Dykert. Race 5 coming up. Race 5 coming at you. Race 5 is next.
Somewhere under that rainbow, there's Lynn Dykert. And he brings the horses onto the sloppy main track for race number 5 off the turf. Distance is fine. Pick 4 wagering just about 5 minutes from now. We are shortening post parades and post times up to races, so plan accordingly. Approaching the gate. And they're at the gate. It's now race time, beginning the final pick four this suddenly sloppy Thursday in Shakopee. Loring Park and Pacific Theater, each 5-2, moving in line. And two back. Blame Bishop, 9-1. And Pacific Theater, 2.5, 1. Eight in the gate. And they're splashing. Loring Park was pinched shortly after the start, went right back to last. Meanwhile, Glendale at 5-1 looks for the early lead. Blame Bishop has early speed. Pacific Theater also prominent. Then we come back to It's a Boy, about 5 lengths from a pretty speedy turn set by those speedsters. As they head around the turn, Blame Bishop runs away by 2. Blame Bishop leads it from Glendale. Pacific Theater, 5 out of it to the outside of It's a Boy. Then we come back to My Calante. That one is to the inside of Daringo. And about to split those two, it's Crafty King, maybe 8 lengths from the lead as the pace conspicuously slows down. The awkwardly beginning Loring Park is last, and in first is Blame Bishop, and they have a half mile to go. But Blame Bishop is joined in kind by Glendale, and Glendale puts those white blinkers in front. After that, Pacific Theater to the outside of Daringo. The 7 is advancing steadily as Glendale runs away by 1.5 and doing so well off the inside. It's a Boy is to the outside of My Calante. Crafty King is beginning to rev up from about 8 out of it, and Loring Park is still last, and it's Glendale showing the way. Glendale leads it with Daylor Bedios Lopez looking to go back-to-back. Glendale at 4-1 shows the way as they head for home in race 5 Thursday, Canterbury Park. Pacific Theater diligently chasing and angling a bit to the outside. Then we come to My Calante. Inside of that is Blame Bishop. Into the final 125. Glendale, spotless cap to boot. Late charge from My Calante. Glendale from a surging My Calante, but it's 6-8 in race 5. Number 6, Glendale prevails, 6-2-8-5. Race number 5 is official. Exacta $13.70, trifecta $36.40, 10-cent superfecta $38.49, double from race 4 $27.40, and the pick 3 was refunded due to the cancellation of race number 3. So we're on to race number 6, and they're off the turf. Scratch number 8, Lady Astrid. Race 6, just 18 minutes from now. Once again, by the time they get done with the winner's circle ceremony, we will have about 15 minutes before race number 6, expediting the post parades for the final 3 this evening. Plan accordingly. Into the winner's circle, Glendale. 2 in a row for Daylor Barrios Lopez. Glendale is trained by Joe Roberts. And the victorious Glendale is owned by Cecil Peters. Ladies and gentlemen, in the upcoming 6th race, a scratch being announced for the first time. Scratch number 5, Blazing Performer. Race 6, scratch number 5, Blazing Performer. If you had that horse in a pick 3, 4, or 5, your bet automatically switches to the starting favorite. Race 6, scratch number 5, Blazing Performer. Splashing. Loring Park was pinched shortly after the start, went right back to last. Meanwhile, Glendale at 5-1 looks for the early lead. Blame Bishop has early speed. Pacific Theater also prominent. Then we come back to It's a Boy, about 5 lengths from a pretty speedy turn set by those speedsters. As they head around the turn, Blame Bishop runs away by 2. Blame Bishop leads it from Glendale. Pacific Theater, 5 out of it to the outside of It's a Boy. Then we come back to My Calante. That one is to the inside of Daringo. And about to split those two is Crafty King, maybe 8 lengths from the lead as the pace conspicuously slows down. The awkwardly beginning Loring Park is last, and in first is Blame Bishop, and they have a half mile to go. But Blame Bishop is joined in kind by Glendale, and Glendale puts those white blinkers in front. After that, Pacific Theater to the outside of Daringo. The 7 is advancing steadily as Glendale runs away by 1.5 and doing so well off the inside. It's a Boy is to the outside of My Calante. Crafty King is beginning to rev up from about 8 out of it, and Loring Park is still last. And it's Glendale showing the way. Glendale leads it with Daylor Barrios Lopez looking to go back-to-back. Glendale at 4-1 shows the way as they head for home in race 5 Thursday, Canterbury Park. Pacific Theater diligently chasing and angling a bit to the outside. Then we come to My Calante. Inside of that is Blame Bishop. Into the final 125. Glendale, spotless cap to boot. Late charge from My Calante. Glendale from a surging My Calante, but it's 6-8 in race 5. Ladies and gentlemen, due to the inclement weather and track conditions for the main track, Canterbury Park has canceled the remainder of its races this evening. Races 6, 7, and 8 have been canceled, so stand by for pari-mutuel wagering information. Everything on races 6, 7, and 8 will be refunded. More information to come.